What's good, guys? This is David from DW Fitness, and in today's video I'm going to be covering grip strength based on a previous request in a previous video. So grip strength can be the limiting factor when you're trying to progress in the gym, especially on movements like deadlifts and when you're trying to lift heavier. If your grip gives out on those lifts, then it can really cause issues in progression. And I'm going to be just basically teaching you guys today what I've learned in certain movements you can utilize to help you develop your crushing and grasping grip. I'm not going to go into other aspects of grip like pinching today, but I'm going to just cover crushing, grasping, and certain things like a simple trick that you guys can actually utilize to help you get stronger with your grip and not just performing exercises, but a tip that I utilize occasionally to just really challenge my grip on a greater level. So the grip involves the forearm muscles here. Just by focusing on developing your grip strength, you will be engaging these muscles if done properly. So we're going to go off to the gym now, and I'm going to teach you some things, hopefully. Alright guys, so before I go into the actual exercises today, I want to first discuss the importance of wrist positioning. If you are focused on developing your grip, I highly recommend maintaining a neutral wrist position when you perform the movements I demonstrate today. And this is just going to help you engage the forearms to a greater extent. One of the biggest mistakes I've seen as a trainer is when people utilize a tilted wrist position. And this tilted wrist position and hand positioning is actually a big issue because it will prevent you from developing your forearms in grip. Basically, if you utilize a tilted hand position, this will just allow you to cheat the repetition. And you will see in this, as I'm doing Bulgarian split squats, that I have a neutral hand position here. So I'm forced to squeeze the dumbbell hard, forced to do that and work my forearms. And here, I have a tilted position, and this is actually not uncommon. What people do is they just rest the weight onto their forearm, and this takes away engagement from the grip and from your forearms. And so if you're trying to develop your grip, make sure to squeeze the dumbbells hard as possible. This first movement is the farmer's walk, and if you're trying to develop your grip, the farmer's walk is a great exercise to help you in reaching that goal. This movement has been a staple for me as I've worked on my grip, and in the past I used to walk and back and forth with farmer's walks, utilizing heavier and heavier weight. And over time, this will help you to develop your grip. One thing, if you have these available, thick bar fat grips can be a really useful tool because a thicker bar will require even more out of you to maintain that grip, and it's going to force you to grip the dumbbell even harder. So if you have that at your disposal, then I would recommend utilizing it if you can. Once you start moving up and up and up in weight, if you incorporate these and add them in, they're going to make it even more challenging. So you can utilize those as a tool. The last thing I want to say is for farmer's walks, I recommend a good time range, about 20 to 60 seconds. But the key is just to progress over time, whether that be adding weight or time. And you want to choose a weight you can perform with proper form. So here you see that I've actually attached the fat grips onto pull-ups, and you can do this. This can help you develop your grip strength immensely. When you're working your back, for example, both farmer's walks and pull-ups can be a great staple for that. And so you can knock out two birds in one stone by utilizing a tool like fat grips. They're going to force you to really compress the bar and squeeze much harder in order to maintain and stay up there. And so you're going to be able to develop your grip even to a greater extent with fat grips. Now, if you don't have fat grips available, you can use something like the gym commercial towels that they give you and wrap them around the bar. This can help, but it's a cheaper version, and they're going to just be they're a tool that you can use. The towels themselves can be a way for you to just make the bar a little thicker, and they're going to force you to grab on a little harder. If you have pads, you can use those as well. I can't forget the deadlift, and the deadlift is one of the moves that has truly helped develop my grip to a great extent, because the movement truly requires an immense amount of grip strength. And what has been very useful for me are tools like chalk. Chalks can be a great tool if your grip is your weak point in your training. And so what I recommend though is only use chalk on your work sets if you are trying to really develop your grip. And you can see here I'm also utilizing straps, and that same concept applies to straps. So if you are trying to develop your grip strength, really only utilize chalk or straps on your work sets and focus on warming up and really squeezing that bar as hard as possible when you're doing your warm-ups and develop your grip over time. So the key points I just covered today are just neutral versus tilted wrist position. Tools are your thick bar add-ons. You can use towels or fat grips, and then straps. And you can also utilize just chalk if your grip is the weak link. And the great movements are farmer's walk, deadlifts, and thick bar pull-ups. And I hope that this video helps you guys. This is primarily focused on crushing and grasping grip strength. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys all soon. Peace.